Hi guys, this is Mr. Jesse. Claire Cook. I just got news about Nick Gordon, aka Bobby Christina's ex, about his passing. I'm a big conspiracy theorist and everything. And excuse me. I'm something caught in my throat. Goddamn. It's like something doesn't want me to talk about this. Don't mind my burn like I burned myself while I was cooking. Um. Well, anyway. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? Because this is a long story. Let's start from the big news. Bobby Christina's controlling, quote unquote, controlling ex-fiance Nick Gordon, 30, dies on New Year's Day. What the hell? Why can't I speak to it right now? Of a drug overdose, more than 4 years after Whitney Houston's daughter's death, which he was found responsible for. Nick Gordon, 30, had a series of heart attacks after he was rushed into intensive care during New Year's Eve celebration, sources say. Family was informed he died earlier today. Gordon, a prolific drug user, was engaged to Bobby Christina Brown, a daughter of singer Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Bobby Christina Brown died in 2015 at age 22 after she was found unconscious in a bathtub with a slew of drugs in her system. Gordon never faced criminal charges but was found legally responsible for her wrongful death in a civil case. The late Bobby Christina Brown, ex-fiance Gordon, has died from a suspicious drug overdose. DailyMail.com has exclusively revealed. Source said Gordon, 30, has a series of heart attacks after he was rushed into intensive care in Florida and amid New Year's celebrations. DailyMail.com understands his loved ones were informed of his death early today after doctors were unable to revive the prolific drug user. Let's see. It says here, God, why did I have to lose my brother on New Year's? His brother, Junior Walker, wrote on Facebook. In a further post, Walker indicated he was by his ailing brother's side during his final moments in the hospital. I love you so much, big brother. I hope you heard me talking to you at your bedside. You are with me. I can feel it. I love you. I love you. I love you. Watch over me and your niece, he wrote. He also posted a touching family photo of two siblings as little boys, adding, all I want to do is cry. Gordon is notorious for the 2015 death of Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobby Christina, who spent 6 months in a coma after he was found unconscious in a bathtub with slew of drugs in her system. Her controlling ex-fiance never faced criminal charges but was held legally responsible for her wrongful death in a civil case. It's in early days, but the suggestion is he was taking drugs with friends and he passed out. They drove him to the hospital, took him inside, and left him there, said an insider. Whatever you think of Nick and his lifestyle, it's terribly said that his supposed friends just dumped him and drove away. Gordon is thought to have been living with friends in recent months after his mom moved to Hawaii. He has an off girlfriend, Laura Leal, whom he accused of attacking on several occasions, leading to several arrests of domestic abuse. In an exclusive 2017 interview with Daily Mail, Leo described how Gordon held her captive in his mother's former home in Sanford, Florida, before savagely beating her up after a night of drinking. However, she later dropped the charges of domestic violence, battery, and false imprisonment, insisting she was as much to blame for the dust up as he was. Laura is absolutely devastated. They were seeing less of each other recently because they wanted some space, the source added, but she cared deeply for him and was in a state of shock when she got the phone call. Bobby and Christina spent 6 months in a coma and never recovered from recovered after she was found submerged in a bathtub with drugs in her system and bruises on her chest in July of 2015. Gordon protested his innocence and insists he did everything he could to resuscitate the 22-year-old budding singer after finding her unconscious at their Alpharetta, Georgia home. However, he was held legally responsible for Bobby Christina's wrongful death by default and ordered to pay $36 million in damages when he failed to fight a civil case brought by her family. The sad episode echoed the death of the superstar mom who also drowned in the bathtub in a Beverly Hills hotel with cocaine abuse and heart disease, contributing to her February 2012 demise. Bobby Christina's autopsy similarly listed drug intoxication and immersion of her face in the waters as factors. Gordon, who was taken in by Houston at the age of 12, has never faced criminal charges and claims he tried the best to save the girl. He considered his little sis before their relationship became more romantic. Brown's estate accused him, however, of causing her wrongful death by giving her a toxic mixture, also stealing her from her bank account while she was still comatose. While neither Gordon nor his lawyer showed up at a hearing in 2016 at Fulton County Superior Court, judge ruled against him by default and ordering him to pay $36 million in damages. Nice people, right? Nice guy. Nice guy. This was a really nice guy. I'm sorry, he got what he deserved. His friends just dumped him at the hospital. Said, good luck. My friend just dumped him while he was having drug overdose. He did what he did to Bobby Christina. I mean, he was abusive to two women, and so he got what he deserved. Karma. I'm sorry. Said that a family member had to lose a relative, but karma. I'm sorry, karma. I mean, both women are dead. I have footage of Nick being at the Beverly Hills Hotel at the Grammys when Whitney died. I've seen the footage of him sneaking away with the coat over his head in 2012. I've seen the footage. And then he was there when Bobby Christina died. He was there both times. Both times they drowned in water. Both times dealing with drugs. I'm going to look up something here. Okay. Whitney. Actually, 100%. Houston. What? Topsy report. Released. I want to see the autopsy report. What it says on the autopsy report. Let's see, nearby at the let's see, the final, this is what it says on the autopsy for Whitney. The final autopsy report, let's see, now let's put Bobby, Christina, I'm going to put to Bobby, Christina, autopsy report results revealed. It says here that she died of lumbar pneumonia, according to a autopsy report released today. The report released on what would be Bobby Christine's 23rd birthday, that the lumbar pneumonia was due to her face being immersed in water, complicating mixed drug intoxication, along with hypox, in which the brain damage caused by a lack of oxygen. Let's see what that means. Oh, come on. My mouse ain't working right now. It says here, let's see here. It's a type of brain dysfunction that occurs when the brain doesn't receive enough oxygen or blood flow for a period of time. Hypoxic means not enough oxygen, ischemic means not enough blood flow, and hypoxic means brain disorder. The underlying cause of death is the condition which starts the downhill course. So, which means she was drowned in the bathtub while she was on drugs. Let's see. The statement continues. She had marijuana, alcohol, cocaine, and benzophenes, which is medication used for sedation or to treat anxiety, and morphine. Let's see, marijuana. The marijuana, cocaine, and things for sedation or things to treat anxiety, and morphine. But it couldn't be determined whether the morphine resulted from heroin use. Now let's look at Whitney. Let's see, the 40-year-old star was face down in a bathtub, a spoon with a white crystal-like substance in it, multiple blister packs, white powdery substance. I just want to see what's in her system. By a bathroom counter. The years. I want to know what was in her system. I want to know the coroner report for Whitney. Okay, here we go. White Plains, New York. Got the actual coroner report here. For Whitney Houston. I love the fact how I can get these things. Female, black, date of birth 8/9/63, age 40, height 66, weight 151, eyes brown, black, hair black, all natural teeth. Condition fair. Let's see here. It says here synopsis. According to reported information, the decedent is a 41-year-old black female with a medical history of using narcotic substances. The decedent was last seen alive on Saturday, February 11th, 2012, between 4,500 and 1,500 hours by her personal assistant. The decedent complained of having a sore throat, but had been complaining of that for the past few days. The assistant told the decedent to take a bath to start getting ready for tonight. The assistant then left the room to run some errands, and approximately 15:35 hours, the assistant returned and used her key to enter the locked and secured room. Once inside, she found the decedent lying face down in the bathtub, filled with water, unresponsive. The assistant called for her bodyguard, and together they pulled the decedent out of the bathtub. The assistant called downstairs for 911. 911 was called, and the officers from the Beverly Hills Police Department and paramedics from the Beverly Hills Department arrived on the scene. On Saturday, blah, 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 the paramedics from Rescue 1 determined the death. The decedent possibly overdosed on a narcotic substance prescription, blah, 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 and alcohol. And over-the-counter medications and alcohol. I want what was in her system. Scene description. Evidence body except the thing. Black hair, blue eyes, has all the natural teeth. There are old heel vertical marks. Links in the inner forearm. The scars, no tattoos were noted. Scene was nude, lying serpentine on the living room floor. The top of her head was facing south. Her arm was bent above. God, I have to bend my neck. Oh, she used Walgreens. CVS. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Drowning effect. Let's see here. She had 60% narrowing of the right coronary, perforation of the posterior nasal septum. She had some dealing with her uterus. She had congestion in her colon. Her colon. She had contusion and abrasion of her left forehead. Abrasion on her left hand. Abrasion on her right lower leg. Superficial incision on her upper lip. A skull burn on her sacrum? What's a sacrum? mild fatty liver, okay, the water was at 93 degrees at 9:35 p.m. She was pronounced dead at 9:55 at 3:55 on February 11th, 2012. Evidence of injury. The word marking is used to describe certain head to neck. The face shows marking of the left breast. Let's see, a smaller zone of skin slippage presented at the lateral right ankle. Rigor mortis is present in the limbs and jaw. Livor mortis is fixed and distributed postmortally. The head is, oh God, and covered by black hair. A brown wig is tightly attached to her hair. This is removed and placed in a paper plastic bag. So she did wear a wig. She did. She did have breast implants. Small scars of inferior margins of alveoli associated with breast implants. So she did have breast implants, ladies and gentlemen. Whitney Houston did have breast implants. No one talked about that. Manic organ review. Cardiovascular. The arteries, elastic and even caliber throughout the vesicles. Normally from it, thinking there is no. So, excuse me while I'm reading her autopsy report. Victoria system. The upper class is intact. The stomach is not distended. It contains 40 grams of watery fluid with portions of food material. The mucosa shows reddened, congested areas near the food above. Portions of tablets and caplets cannot be discerned in the stomach. The intestine colon is unremarkable. The small intestine colon with liver weighs 1,500 grams. Urinary tract. General system is normal for the age. The spleen weighs 120 grams. It's intact. Endocrine system, thyroid glands 40 grams. And servant nerves, small amount of hemorrhage. In the region of the left forehead, the hemorrhage does not extend to the orbital spoon. On our strip showing no fractures. Okay. of the skull. There were no tears, spinal cord. Toxicology. Here we go. Blood from the heart, left femoral vein, right femoral vein, blah blah blah. Right heart. See where culture. Radiology. Other procedures opinion. The scene is 40-year-old black woman who was found submerged face down in a bathtub filled with water. Autopsy showed arrhythmic heart disease. Toxicology showed cocaine, benzene, cocaine, marijuana, which is amphetamine, which is Xanax, Planagoril, and Benadryl. Microbiology studies are not contributory. Death was due to drowning due to excess of the heart disease and cocaine use. They believe it's no foul play. The mode of death is accidental. Just bullshit. And they found all that crap in her system. Cocaine. They even say cocaine intake here. But they found scars and bruises and stuff on her head. I mean, I'm looking at the toxicology report right now. I'm seeing the PDF here of Whitney Houston. Shows a picture of what the markings of everything they recorded on her body. And there's a lot of markings. Perforation of the interrenal septum, abrasions. I'm gonna copy this. Put it right here. So people can read that, because that's Whitney Houston's autopsy. Actual autopsy report. I'm gonna look for Bobby Christina's actual autopsy report. The actual boat. Block that. I'm gonna go by what I actually see on the actual paper. Because media can misconstrue things. One body that of an adult female being younger than the reported age of 22 years, measured and weighing 93 pounds. Wow. Bobby Christina was under the under was weighing only 93 pounds. The decedent was a thin build and well developed and undernourished. The brown headed hair was 4 and 3/4 in length. The natural teeth in average state of repair. The left maxillaris, center, and lateral incisors were reportedly absent, which means he did knock teeth out of her. The left earlobe displays 4 piercing defects. The right earlobe displayed 2 piercing defects and 2 piercing. The right nostril exhibits healing and healed piercing effect. Tattoo 222 on the interior surface of the left wrist. Another tattoo of WEH, surrounded by 4 birds. Musical notes on a torso. Number of well-healed scars are on the head and neck, torso, and extremities. So she was beaten up before. She had scars before. This poor girl. She had scars on her before because of her getting beat up. And they both died around with same exact stuff in them, almost exact same stuff in their systems. And I want to know exactly what the hell he died of with in his system. And from what I heard from leaksu.com, on YouTube, she said that he wanted to talk to his brother before he died. What was he wanting to tell his brother before he died? I wonder. What was he dying to? Really wanting to tell his brother before he died? I wonder what was he wanting to tell his brother before? Because he said he wanted to talk to his brother before he died. That he really wanted to talk to him. Let me put these headphones there. Damn pillow. I wonder. And then from what I hear, his friends just rolled him into the emergency room, like you see in the movies, and expected. Something's up here, from what Daily Mail's saying. And then it's being rolled under the rug that his friends did this. Because if you look at all the other reports, you're not getting the fact that his friends did this. And then then there's other people who died of drug overdoses dealing with Bobby Christina. I mean, people need to start questioning something. Maybe he was gonna open up. Maybe he was trying to get himself clean, and the first step was to start talking. And someone didn't want him to talk. Because I find that funny how he dies on New Year's Eve. Right before, and he was gonna say something to his brother. Why did he say he wanted to talk to his brother? And then all of a sudden wind up dead. Question yourself that. If you're an overdose, if you're a druggie, one overdose, you wouldn't want to talk to somebody. You would say, I'm overdosing, that's it. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm keeping it to myself. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You won't call up somebody and say, I need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? He must have been in trouble. He needed to talk to somebody. And they caught up to him. And they killed him. And the only way they knew how to do it was to overdose him because they knew he was a big drug. And they knew that no one would question his death because of his past. And no one would do an investigation on him, on his death, because of his past. They would think, oh, his drug overdose, he probably overdosed. You know what I'm saying? He got what he deserved, you know. Another overdose, another black person overdosing on drugs, but, you know, not be an asshole, you know. I think people need to look into this more. I think there's more to this than meets the eye. If he had links to Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina. And those two have links to much more than meets the eye. There's something going on here. It's a triangle here. Triangle here. And what's the triangle into? I hate to say it, but the Illuminati. There's a is look into it, people. Look into it. I'm telling you, people really look deeper. Have a gut feeling and look deeper. Like I have a gut feeling what happened to my best friend Brittany Murphy. Look deeper. I think Brittany Murphy was murdered. My best friend, the movie star. I knew her before she became big and clueless. I think she was being controlled by her husband, and her health wasn't good because she was a diabetic like me. And she started flipping out and stuff because she was on the right medication. She'd gotten sick and stuff, and she went downhill. She wasn't getting the right meds for her psychosis and everything. She started getting psychosis for being in the house too much, and with the way he was and stuff. I just wasn't a good thing for her. And I'm sorry, but it's just something fishy in Hollywood dealing with certain people. And Nick got mixed up with the wrong people. Money, sex, drugs. And he was like my brother in a certain way. And I have dealings with people like this. Because my brother was like this. Is like this. He, he manipulates. He's abusive. He does the drugs. He lives these one these two separate lives where he tries to be this goody two shoes and stuff, but behind closed doors he wants to sell these drugs. He wants to be this hip hop mogul, this badass, this this well, what's up, blah, blah, blah. You know, you know, he wants to be with the hip crowd. You know, he wants to be in the mix. Certain people don't, because of their personality, don't, you know, mix. They have, they need help, and they end up 6 feet under because they need the help. They're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. And Nick was that. And so was my brother, and so were many other people in this world. And this is a call to action for those people to get the help they need. Because it ruins lives, not just their own lives, but the lives of the people surrounding them. Drug addiction, not just of heroin, but cocaine, prescription drugs, alcohol, needs a good check, a better check on these people. Because I lived with this with my brother. He blamed me for what I I put him in jail because I didn't want him to die. Because he was going downhill. If it weren't for me doing that, he would not have a daughter. He would not have a stepdaughter. He would not have met the girl he's with now. He would not have the life he has now. But he don't see it that way. If you think about it, I saved his life. If it weren't for me, he would not have the life he has. He owes me for what he has. Because my father, who's not around now, did not do, would not do anything for him. He could care less about what he did for his son at the time. I talked to my father at the time. because he was that bad. And he didn't know what to do for him. He didn't want to do anything for him. He just shrugged his shoulders at the time. He's like, I don't care. I'm not in the house. I'm a truck driver. I'm not here all the time. I'm only here during the weekends. I give a fuck. Shirley, I tried talking to her about her son. All she cared about was getting the money from him, the drug money from him, because Alfred wasn't working. But she was still getting the money from him. So she could care less. And he was bringing in these drug people around these kids, around his girlfriend's kids and my kid. So I had to leave the house and do what I had to. I didn't want the kids getting hurt with these people. These weren't good people. I'm sorry. I thought these were good people. I'm sorry. These people weren't good people. I mean, I'm staying away from my brother. Been away from my brother for almost 10 years. I haven't talked to my brother. I haven't seen my brother. I have no contact with my brother. And I don't want anything to do with my brother because due to the fact that he does shit like this. He loves living the two separate lives. And I know he's doing it again because of the fact that I keep track on him on Facebook and now he deleted his Facebook. And he's the narcissistic. I gotta have the attention on me all the time. So for him to delete his Facebook means he went underground again. And that he's hiding again. That means he's up to his no good things again. And that he's up to his no good tricks again. And that he's exactly. That he probably lost his job. Still doing his drugs things again. And I can't believe that Carla's allowing this to happen. And she probably thinks he still has the job because he's probably lying to her. And he is a womanizer, so he's also probably seen someone else. Because while he was with Steph, he was seeing Carla. Because I can remember Steph almost overdosing at the house. Where I had to watch him to make sure she wouldn't overdose because he took off while the ambulance came to the house to save her ass. I mean, I lived in the house of hell because of my brother was out there. I mean, I remember the time when he was in his bedroom, he opened up the bedroom window and peed out the window. Out of his bedroom window. Because he was too lazy to walk 5 steps to the bathroom. And when Alf and Steph finally left the house for the day and told me to clean out the kids' playroom closet, I found a heroin needle. And I gave it to my father, and my father did nothing. Did nothing. And they blamed me for stealing my father's ring. For this, for that. Everyone knew he was my brother and Steph. I mean, this is my brother. I didn't do that shit. I got out of there so I wouldn't do it. And get this. When I finally left, they tried to call the cops on me for frozen meat. Frozen meat. They tried to have the cops arrest me for stealing frozen meat. Tell me how ridiculous is that? Frozen meat. For stealing frozen meat out of the deep freezer. I told them, go ahead. They'll laugh at you. Because I didn't steal anything. They'll tell you it's food. Let them go with food. You're being ridiculous. After the fact of you trying to rip the wires out of the wall, you beating her up. There's reports of you doing all kinds of shit to this girl, and yet she left because she got tired of your shit. Of all the abuse. There's record of abuse towards her. Because I became friends with the town cop. I became real good friends with the town cop and his sister and his mother who ran the town town restaurant. They knew exactly what was going on in that house. Those good people were on my side. So they were waiting for any instance to arrest my brother. And anyone connected to my brother. And he still has warrants and shit. They're looking for him still. And I want him to. And anyone connected to him. So, brother dear, don't come near me because you will get in trouble. Because in this area, they're still looking for you. And the people connected to me are still looking for you for what you did to me. Fair warning. I'm not afraid of you anymore. I'm much stronger than I used to be. I'm not afraid like Bobby Christina. I'm not afraid. I'm not a woman anymore. I'm stronger. I grew stronger. I'm done having nightmares. I'm done having the nightmares. I'm fight back now. You don't scare me anymore, Al. I can say your name and not be afraid. People like frickin' Nick Gordon, you, and guys like you. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not intimidated anymore. I found my inner strength. And I pray for all women to find their inner strength against men like that. And I pray for you in this new year to do just that. Find an inner strength and leave. Like I did.